What's up, all? It's the Candid Athletic Training Podcast. I'm Kevin.
Kevin, you are a bundle of energy, always on the go.
Whoa, always on the go. That's one. Yeah, definitely not a bundle of energy right now.
While in bed.
Oh, while in bed. So, it wouldn't be a Candid Athletic Training Podcast without us eating something. What are you eating? Obviously a fortune cookie?
Fortune cookie.
How was your meal? You just scarfed it down.
It's good.
Yeah?
I get the same thing from the...
What do you get?
Okay, let me ask. When you go out to eat, do you try new things every time, or do you go to a restaurant going, I know what I like here, I'm going to get that?
Oh, I'm definitely a hybrid. If it's like a Chinese food, I don't know, what is that? Like quasi fast food. Yeah, I would throw your
Quasi?
Yeah, like I mean Chinese food's pretty quick. You know, some pizza joints are pretty quick. Your Chipotles, your Qdobas, they're not drive-through. Just grab your, number 2 Big Mac with a Coke, right?
Correct. Fast casual.
All of those. Oh, that's what you. Yeah, fast casual. I basically get the same thing at those places every single time. If I'm out at a restaurant, I try to get new stuff.
I think on the fast casual, I'm the same way, I guess. If it's a sit down, I can peruse a menu.
Yeah.
I don't feel rushed. I don't feel pressure. I'll probably be like, oh, what am I in the mood for?
Yeah. I'm always in the mood for potato chips.
If I'm going to a fast casual place, I'll probably get the same thing. Very rarely do I mix it up. Panera, I might dabble.
Like mix it up?
Yeah.
I get the same thing every time, and I don't think they have it anymore.
Oh my gosh, Kevin!
I stopped going to Panera.
We went to the state fair yesterday.
Nice.
Like one of my favorite
I went
things of
Saturday.
the year.
Oh, wait, no. Friday.
30 plus years in a row, I've gotten the same thing. I went there yesterday, and they weren't offering it.
Which was?
Caramel apple sundae.
From where?
The Wisconsin Wisconsin Products Building. Yeah, where they have the baked potato line. Didn't get a baked potato. I didn't get fresh cut fries, which I always get. I was saving it for the caramel apple sundae, and we got there right before we were going to leave, and it wasn't on the menu. I was like, you're kidding me. 30-some years in a row, the streak is over. It's like The Undertaker.
Seriously.
Undertaker lost. WrestleMania.
Finally lost.
Wisconsin Products Building. Oh, my God.
Yeah, if you ever find yourself in the city of Milwaukee or the great state of Wisconsin, basically the first 10 days of August, you can have a hoot and hollering time at the old state fair.
I've heard our state fair is pretty legit.
Oh, my God, it is.
Like compared to a lot of other state fairs. My sister lives out in the East Coast, and she's like, ours is so good. I'm like, all right, that's great. That's all I've known.
We got variety.
Yeah. So.
What should we think?
Well, let's think this. This, them. This, that, the other. Healthy Roster, thank you so much. www.healthyroster.com, the official sponsor of the Candid Athletic Training Podcast. They make this live show possible. They make the interaction with our fans, our listeners possible. They basically have allowed us every opportunity to try and grow this show. So thank you guys. If you're in the mood, if you're in the mood market, if you're in the mood
for love,
if you're in the mood for good quality EMR. In fact, I just had one of our live streamers sent me a text. What? One of our live streamers texted me, said, I wish I could get my boss to look at Healthy Roster. I was like, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. It's so much better.
What's stopping them?
And I said, all you have to do is make them think it's their idea.
Yep.
Like when your boss thinks it's their idea, they're more willing to be like, oh, you know what? We should really do this. Like it's just such a better product.
They're amazing. They're amazing.
He's like, but can you do like custom forms and stuff? I'm like, yes.
No, not at all.
You can get exactly what you want in terms of physicals. You want certain things set up, they will do it for you. It's great.
Wow. They'll get physical with you, huh?
And it get physical. The fact that we both did that is amazing. Okay, we got to answer a live stream question here. Dylan said, what's the difference between State Fair and Summerfest?
Oh,
and he said Summerfest was legit one of the coolest fairs I've been to. Do you want to answer it or shall I?
You can.
So Summerfest happens about 6 weeks before State Fair here. 6 to 8 weeks, I would say.
Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It used to be different. It used to be very similar. It used to be 10 days in a row. Now they've changed it. It's now three consecutive weekends.
They're going to go back to the 10, I bet.
Oh, I hope so. So much better. Summerfest is a music festival.
Correct.
They've got 10 to 12 stages on what we call the Summerfest grounds down by the lake. You've got your rock stage, you've got your rap stage, you've got a couple country stages, and then you have your main stage where you have
now up on the main stage.
Yeah, and the main stage is like a premium. You gotta get like an amphitheater ticket.
Candy
where
and Tiffany.
All the other 11 stages, you just need a ticket to the Summerfest, and then you can just walk around and drink and eat and peruse and listen to whatever music you want to.
Correct.
So that's Summerfest. State Fair is probably 10 miles away. 5 miles, 10-minute drive. Maybe not even. 5 miles away.
Middle of the city versus the lake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The State Fair is, you've got your animals, you've got your carnival rides, you've got an expo, a huge exhibit hall with all the latest, greatest products that people are trying to sell. And then it's just food, drink. And then they have one concert stage. Well, they have a handful of small concerts, local bands.
Yeah.
And then one
tons
kind of headliner.
Yeah, tons of like small stage cover band.
Not nearly the quality of music.
No.
But way better everything else.
Yes.
And for me, I like the State Fair because all I care about is the food.
Yes.
You go to, there's hundreds of booths, and then it's all deep fried whatever. Like, I think the new thing this year was deep fried olives. Did you see that?
I saw
deep fried olives. It's deep fried candy bars. It's deep fried everything.
I saw a deep fried jalapeno popper brat.
Holy Christmas. What did I see? I saw cheese curd tacos.
Oh.
I had never seen that before. So it's just very unique stuff.
I mean, there is a crap ton of fried foods, and there's always like a competition to who can kind of make the craziest but yet best food.
Oh, we forgot to even mention the main draw to the festival, to the State Fair. What's the main go-to thing that everyone gets when they go to the fair?
The Sky Glider?
No. Food-wise.
Cotton candy?
No, the food. We talked about...
Honestly, for me, it's not.
I know.
But cream puffs.
We have this legendary cream puff facility.
Yeah.
Just pumping out thousands and thousands and thousands. In fact, they have the Guinness World Record for the largest cream puff as well.
No doubt. If anybody's going to do it here, it's going to be here.
I mean, it's a dairy state.
Big here.
It's a dairy state. So,
the dairy state, y'all. The
Philadelphia is in Wisconsin, huh? According to somebody, some 7th graders.
Yeah. It's the city of brotherly love. Right here in Wisconsin. You know, that would have made traveling to NATA a lot easier. I bet.
Yeah.
Unless
we need to do it.
Unless it was at the top of the
Hold on,
state.
Who passed away today? ONJ?
Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, you know who else passed away? One of the
Bill
actors.
Russell.
Well, yeah. One of the actors from Magnum P.I.
Oh, yeah. Was it the Butler guy?
No. The African-American guy.
Oh.
The black guy.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't remember his name. Quigley. I don't know.
I just was looking. I'm like, oh, should we do Magnum P.I. for
Samsonite. That's what it is. Magnum P.I. No, I think we've done Magnum P.I.
We did?
I think we did
Magnum.
I think we did
MacGyver?
Yeah. I think we did 80s television one time.
What is the guy's name?
Do you want me to find it?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's just like,
Magnum.
Okay, so we thanked Healthy Roster. We have to thank Smart Tools. use the code CANDID10
See.
to get 10% off Smart Tools. If you want to get BFR cuffs, highly recommend looking into BFR. Did I give the wrong? Oh,
no. I think
Wi-Fi.
I just heard like a static.
Oh,
I think it was my phone.
Maybe you're in the mood for some soft tissue. I'm gonna just keep saying maybe you're in the mood all night. Roger Mosley, yes. TC. TC.
Yeah, TC.
Thank you, Abby. If you want some soft tissue instrument assisted scraping tools, you can get 10% off that. They're going to be giving us a CEU course if you are a member of the Candid Athletic Training podcast. Just this morning, Kevin and I, well, you don't know this, Kevin, but you sent me the list of the continuing education courses that you liked. We haven't officially announced it, but Human Kinetics. Human Kinetics has agreed to offer our Candid Athletic Training members a continuing education course. Kevin went through and he gave me a list of the ones that he liked for members, and I picked one that I liked of the list that you gave me.
Nice.
So I sent it to them, and we're hoping it gets approved. It should get approved. And it is, we'll just say this. It's more than 5. It's more than 5 CEUs.
Oh, wait a second.
More than 5.
Wait a second. So we're
if this one gets approved.
We're at least 6 CEUs if you are a member. Like, I mean, you got to do the work, people. You got to do the work.
50 divided by 6.
Holy crap. These are good math.
That's $8.
Odds. God.
$8, $12.50
a CEU.
Nope.
What? $17 a CEU.
That'd be $8.36 2/3 maybe.
Wow.
That's
good math.
And there's more.
There's more coming.
There's more coming.
Not to mention you can get discounts off of other places too.
You can get discounts on merchandise like what he's wearing.
What?
You can get discounts like we said, discounts on
Master Dry
Needling.
What?
You can get discounts on MedBridge.
Yep.
All sorts of discounts. So you're definitely going to want to look. We're going to have to update the website.
Did we all just become best friends?
Yep.
Let's go do some karate and get some CEUs.
Man, karate.
Yeah, I saw that somebody was stabbed. It was Ann Heche, I think, or something.
Who? What? When? Where?
Ann Heche, I think, got stabbed.
Who is Ann Heche?
Who? Ann Heche. She was in.
She's an actress?
Yeah. What I remember, she was in with Harrison Ford is the one I remember her from the most.
No, Reese.
6 Days, 7 Nights. Who's here? Here, Ann Heche. Ann Heche. Oh, she's with Ellen right there.
Oh, was she?
I don't know if did she date Ellen?
The one from Legally Blonde, Reese Witherspoon?
No, that's Reese Witherspoon. No. Now, brown cow. Okay. Stop everybody.
Is she from?
The only thing I remember from is 6 Days, 7 Nights.
Is she from Arrested Development?
No, that's
Portia.
That's Portia.
All right, I'm so confused. I have no idea what's going on. With a knife. Did Reese Witherspoon get stabbed with a knife?
No, Ann Heche.
Are you sure? Because the live streamers keep going back to Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, Ann Heche was in a car crash. Reese Witherspoon got stabbed. See, I knew Ann Heche was in the hospital, so I just assumed that's what they were talking about.
This is Candid Celebrity News.
What are we talking about? So now Reese Witherspoon
not talking
as
any
well?
athletic training in tonight's show.
Hold on. Reese Witherspoon
got stabbed
or something?
I think she's a very underrated actress.
Okay. No, Reese Witherspoon did not get stabbed. There's no story about her getting stabbed.
With a knife.
Come on. With a knife.
Okay.
No, with a knife. I don't know.
Maybe we're way off.
All right. You know what?
The show must go on.
maybe there's something we're not catching. Maybe
I have to go to the chalkboard. It's a joke.
It's got to be a joke.
It is.
It's got to be a joke that we're not catching.
Nobody on the live stream or the hosts know what Kevin Joyce is talking about.
I took it way to left field because I assumed by Ann Heche. I read a headline. Ann Heche is in hospital. I assumed, boom, that's the actress that people were talking about.
Witherspoon, is that from Magnum PI? Is that a Magnum PI joke?
Maybe. I don't know.
With a spoon, so you say no with a knife.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. All right, Dad. All right. We've officially been disbarred from all jokes Kevin likes it.
That was good,
It's
actually.
allowed.
I
With
just
a
got
spoon?
it.
No, with a knife.
No, with a knife. No, with a spoon. Yes. Maybe soon.
It's you know what that reminds me of? The Simpsons.
Yep. Also reminds me
Amanda
of
hug and kiss.
It reminds me of Animaniacs. Oh, yeah.
All right. Have we derailed this thing long enough?
Do you want to start a show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Kevin, you talk because I got to do something here.
You know what's great is that, like, everybody on the live show right now they're loving the fact that there was a sidebar. We were all participating in it. It was hilarious. Kevin, way to go. Everybody else that's listening later is going to be like, are they ever going to effing talk about something that... Oh.
Absolutely not.
If you want something that's relevant, please go see your other lists of, podcasts.
Oh, we're good now.
We'll
we're going to run out of battery there because I forgot to plug in my phone.
Ruh-roh.
Or plug in my laptop.
Tisk, tisk. Okay, so.
Where are we starting this, Johnson?
Let's start top 5.
Top 5, Kevin. We got a theme tonight, a little bit of a theme here. We're going to talk about gloves a lot. Gloves. Kevin, we asked 100 athletic trainers. In the last year, how many pairs of gloves have you worn?
Whoa. How many pairs of gloves? Well, how many pairs of gloves have I worn? How many pairs of gloves have I worn? I can comfortably say...
In the last year.
In the last year, I have worn less than 5. And I'm gonna honestly say 1 pair of gloves.
You've only wear 1 pair of gloves in the last year.
Yeah.
That is unfathomable. Hold on.
I don't
Do you want to know what the lowest
wounds?
The lowest number we got for any respondent out of the 100? I think was 4. So you are way below that.
I guaranteed less than 5. Guaranteed less than. I can count on my own one hand.
That is incredible.
Myself. So I'm gonna go with 1. I know I'm not gonna get it right, but I'm gonna go with 1.
Okay.
Now my other answers were 4.
Okay.
108. 221. 5,432.
Was there math involved in this?
No.
Just random numbers?
Random numbers, and then 5,5432. I just randomly came up with that one. How many? Okay, so if I've worn 5,432 gloves in 1 year, how many do I wear a day?
You want to check my math on this?
Mm-hmm.
You said 5, 2, 3, 5, 2 what?
5,432.
5,432. Divide by 365.
Correct.
16.
No. 14.88. I needed decimals. Decimals.
I should have just randomly made something up. Okay, let me ask this, because this came to me today while I was at work, because I go through a lot of gloves.
I never wear gloves anymore.
Mostly because I have to use a bleach wipe to clean tables in between patients.
A bleach wipe?
Like one of those out of a canister things, and
Clorox
apparently,
wipe?
apparently this one has some cancer causing.
Oh,
like
what are you
chemicals.
trying to avoid cancer for?
For my son.
What? Come on, he's gonna outlive you anyway.
I was like, wait a minute. I've been doing this profession for 15 years. I looked at a box of gloves and something struck me. It told me how many gloves were in the box. I'm like, I never knew that. Can you tell me how many gloves are in a box? First off,
I could have looking. I could have back in the day. I'm gonna say your standard box of gloves has. It's gonna be a stupid number. 102 gloves in there. What is it? 96. Divisible by 12, right?
The ones that I had at work were 250.
250. Okay.
So 125 pairs. Now they're saying on the live stream some boxes have 100, some boxes have 200.
Depends on
the
how
box
thick
I had
it
had
is.
250.
Are they the Magnum ones?
Magnums.
Are they
small, medium, and liars? It's all by weight.
Oh,
Fake news.
Fake news.
So you want the answers?
Yeah, give me some answers, man.
All right. We had. I mean, this was all over the place. So
Magnum PI, Abby. Jeez, we've been talking about it all night.
Magnum.
Get your
PI.
mind out of the gutter.
Did you watch that show ever?
Absolutely, I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you like more?
I was a little young.
Magnum PI or Knight Rider? You're more of a Knight Rider person, I guarantee it. It was a car show.
Both of them were cars, dude.
No,
his Ferrari.
Magnum PI was more a helicopter show.
It was kind of more of a helicopter show. Honestly,
I just see you as a Michael Knight person, like a Kit.
That's a really tough question, but I think I did enjoy Knight Rider more.
On the live stream, let us know if you like Knight Rider or Magnum.
What's up, man?
Most of our listeners have never heard of either show. I think I liked Knight Rider more. A-Team was better than both. Yes, I agree with that.
Oh, I agree with that.
A-Team was my second favorite show growing up.
I watched
A-Team
both
was
of them.
probably
I watched
my
all
second.
three of them, actually.
Yeah, A-Team was, yeah. I watched 4 or 5 shows regularly.
Not live. I mean, I don't think I'm old enough.
Michael Knight was hot when I was a kid. David Hasselhoff.
I definitely watched the reruns.
Yeah. Okay, so we had a tie for 4th place.
Quantum Leap. Watched a lot of Quantum Leap, too.
That was a good show. Underrated.
I think they remade it recently.
Yeah, and it was terrible.
Know. Was it? Okay.
Not. It was like 10 years ago, I feel like.
Oh, really?
The remake, yeah, I think so.
That's where I'm at in the TV world right now.
Yeah. All right, 4th place, we had a 3-way tie. 25 gloves in a year, 100 gloves in a year, 250 gloves in a year. So somebody went through
1 box,
2 box, 3 box. Boring. Okay, in 3rd place, we had 5 people say they go through 1,000 gloves. Which would be 3 gloves a day or a pair and a half, roughly.
Yeah.
Right?
I definitely went through that menu back when I was in baseball, at least. In a year.
Oh, the Dukes of Hazzard, that is for sure.
I never watched that.
Oh my God, that's probably the second best show of all time.
Yeah, no, I never watched that one. I watched the movie.
A-Team versus Dukes of Hazzard is even better question. We're gonna have to have a whole show on 80s TV. That's incredible. That's so good. Bo or Luke Duke, who would make a better athletic trainer? They're like identical. Oh my God, that's a great one. How did we never do that? Uncle A-Team. I mean, I think it's not whatever. Okay. 5 athletic trainers also said too many gloves to count. They don't try and count their gloves. And it's this the spirit of the question.
That's not the point of the exercise, guys.
Yeah. Take a guess.
Jeez.
We're talking about
whoever wrote that down, here. Get the hell out of here.
5 of you. Second place, 7 athletic trainers said 300 gloves per day. Or per year. So a little less than 1 per day.
So
I guess this is pairs. This is pairs.
Yeah, well, that is pairs. Dang it.
So just
I thought that was going to be a really good segue.
Pairs. And then first place, 15 people said 100 pairs of gloves. 100. So 1 every 3 days.
They buy a box of 100 and they only go through that.
Yeah.
They wait until the last day to use the last one. Because they don't use one every day.
Could you imagine if you just planned it out that well, your inventory?
Oh, man.
I would feel like a mic drop. It'd be in order.
I want to know if anybody listening has a story of perfectly planned inventory.
Inventory stories.
Particularly if it's something you had to get rid of. Inventory stories. Inventory stories. Don't say that 5 times fast.
I mean, Abby says 3 boxes of 250 per year. That does her good. Dylan said, I think he went through 5. He goes through 5,000. Is that what it was?
Dylan probably wears gloves.
He broke it down too. Hang on. Where is it? 100 pairs. Kento said 100 pairs. Where is Dylan said, I'm at a minimum of 216. New pair of gloves every period. 72 games. 3 periods per game means 216. Then got to give some for practice and periods where I use multiple. First off, that's a lot of periods you're having, Dylan.
Oh, too many periods, Dylan.
Oh, he say he's around 500 pairs. He counted 216 just for the games, minimum.
All right. How about this? Did you always keep a pair in your back pocket?
Latex is expensive. Vasectomy is cheaper now. No.
Oh, I did.
Not always.
Always had a pair in my back pocket with some gauze and a couple other essentials.
I carried...
In my other pocket.
I didn't because I had my little... I wouldn't call it a fanny pack, but I had something smaller than a fanny pack.
Yeah.
That's all I had in there.
I just put them in my pocket.
Gloves and gauze.
Gloves and gauze. Gloves and gauze.
We've all said it.
Gauze and gauze.
We've all done it.
We've all done it.
Gloves and gauze.
My question was going to be, I wonder if I've thrown away more gloves than I have used.
That is a great question.
Because
gloves. Worn more?
Inevitably, I would find a pair of gloves, and
let's
I'm like...
put that on social media right now, Candid_ATC. So, somebody said, all right, funny answers. Somebody said all of the gloves. Somebody said, oh, God, a billion.
Oh, God.
Limit does not exist. Then they got into, yeah. Then they got into the whole, like, gloves. Fuck COVID. Because glove sales have skyrocketed since then.
Yeah. Well, and then they cost... Dylan made a good point, and they cost more now.
Yeah.
So not only did you have to buy more, but you had to pay more.
So let's roll that into our friend or foe, Kev.
Let's do it.
And our friend or foe, while I put up this survey...
Friend. Foe. Friend.
On social media, what am I putting up? Oh, do you waste more or use more?
Do you throw away more? Do you throw away more gloves than you use?
So friend or foe on social media...
Or Band-Aids.
Is it a friend or foe to wear just one glove... on one hand and not the other? One glove.
Friend or foe, one glove in it. MJ style. Friend or foe, one glove.
One glove. Michael Jackson, yep. Oh, you got it.
It's a friend. It's a friend. It's better than nothing. You still got a little, maybe better feel on another hand. We all know, I don't care how good you are with gloves, they still mess you up doing something. They stick to something. You can't reach your hand somewhere that you need to reach. Or you can reach your hand places that you never thought you could reach. I'm still going to go friend. Because I've done it. I'm sure there are some sort of standards that I wasn't following, that I should have been following, that you should never just wear one glove. But there has been times where I've only used a glove on the hand that was anywhere in contact with somebody else's body. So friend.
Friend. On social media, we had, this is pretty much a landslide. 84% say friend, 16% say foe. Here are some of the comments, which are kind of fun. One glove for most. Oh, this is Amy Brunel. So thanks, Amy. One glove for most. I can grab items with the bare hand. 2 gloves when needed, of course, but then I need a helper for grabbing supplies out of a med kit. And MC commented that that's what I do. That way I'm not grabbing anything with a hand that might have blood on it already. So you're working on somebody, you're cleaning somebody up, universal precautions. Now you need a new supply. You got blood on both your gloves. You got to grab something new. Now you got blood on that thing.
Yeah.
CJ Hess says, when I do just one hand, I always pick wrong and end up needing the glove on the other hand. I just grab 2 now.
I just go with a strong hand.
And Libby said that's how I feel when I put only one glove on.
Grab a strong hand.
And then Zach just said, do this all the time. I don't know what he He just commented it, but he didn't.
He does the one glove. The one glove stranger.
Oh, yeah. Do this all the time. All right,
he does
stranger.
the one glove stranger.
And Dylan just 49 seconds ago, my current countertop. It's like incredible. Just gloves everywhere. So yeah, that was a huge 84% friend. Kevin says friend. I'll say friend. I did it more often than not. Very rarely did I have 2 gloves on. Especially now. Now I probably use, I would have to say 10 to 15 gloves a day. Cleaning tables, it's always one glove.
8 to 12 of those times, it's just one glove.
One glove. Yeah, probably 11 out of the 12. The only time I'm using 2 gloves is if I'm helping with like a cast or a splint.
Or if you're doing wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax out.
Lengthways?
I said wax out.
Circles.
My brain's not working.
I hate
of Mr. Miyagi, which
things.
we got to do a Cobra Kai fat.
We do.
We got to see it.
I got to watch it, yeah.
Which of those moves would be most applicable to athletic training?
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. Paint the fence. Paint the. What else is there? So circles in, circles out.
Stork stand?
That's not really like. No? I'm talking about the 4 basic moves.
Oh, okay.
There was wax the car.
Wax on, wax off.
What was? Oh,
paint,
yeah.
Paint the fence.
Paint the fence. Side to side was paint the house?
I can't remember.
Show me paint the house.
I'm going to say... I'm going to say paint the fence.
Painting the house. So that's the most athletic training relevant? I don't know how we got in this conversation.
I don't know why, but I feel like I do this more often.
It looks like you're doing some battle ropes right now.
Yeah, I know. And I don't really... Well, maybe sometimes.
Cleaning tables.
Maybe with some soft tissue.
Soft tissue
massage. That's not how I do soft tissue, but I'll show you. I'll show you later. Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look up the Miyagi's.
How about
Mr. Miyagi's?
Hamstring stretches, stretching. That's got to be up and down.
PNF hamstrings.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
You want to do our FAT or you want to do our FMK?
That's up to you, man. I want you to pick.
We're going to fat it up.
All right.
Give it to me, buddy.
So, because I'm a dad. I'm married.
Oh, if you're new to the show, this is fictional athletic trainer.
Oh, sorry.
We just said fat. And
Fatties.
people are like making fun of... No, it's our fictional athletic trainer.
All the fatties out there are friends. So I find myself at Costco a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, because I own a business. I'm married, got a kid, got a dog.
What's the driving force here?
Bulk.
I mean, but no, I'm saying of the 4. You have to choose
4?
Your primary reason for having a Costco membership.
Business. Because you don't know how much toilet paper and like paper towel you will go through or Keurig K-cups until you're getting them for a lot of other people.
Okay.
And then there's just benefits. So I'm walking out of Costco and I was like, you know what? Costco's like a very unique place. I mean, it's got its things to it. I wonder if it would make a good athletic trainer. I said, well, what would I compare it to?
Yeah, what would you compare it to?
Well, then I was driving down the street. Oh, lo and behold, there be a Target. Everybody knows
there be a Target.
Everybody knows what Target is. Everybody knows what Costco is.
Target's getting rebranded right by us.
Yes, we're the last one in America, probably.
Wow. Look who came out of the woodwork.
Where? Oh, she's here. She's here. Quick, say something dirty. So, fictional athletic trainer, Costco versus Target. Do you want to have a stab at this, or do you want me to start going off on something? I know you're not a Costco connoisseur.
I'm not. But I go to Target enough.
You do go to Target enough. I hope so. It's right down the block.
Some streetwalkers.
A lot of streetwalkers. Not they're not asking for money or anything.
Streetwalkers.
They're just saying hi.
Okay, so boy, oh boy.
This is where my head goes, right?
Yeah.
Costco, you have to have a membership. You got to pay to get in.
I think that's a huge, that's just not athletic training.
Okay.
In the ATR, everyone's welcome. You don't have to have, could you imagine that? Could you imagine being like?
Yes, I could. In fact, I built a business around it.
No, but I'm saying in a traditional setting. Traditional setting, you got to have a membership to get in here. Pay your dues.
Pay your dues, baby.
There's clubhouse dues. There's also ATR dues.
But with those dues, you get benefits. You get sales. You get special services. You get discounts on other services.
Sounds like Candid Athletic Training membership.
Now, you get to buy a lot of things in bulk. If you want something, you like something, you better really like it because you're going to get 4 of them. If you're going to really like it, you're going to get 128 of them. Right?
Okay.
But also at Costco, you can get really, really, really high quality things at a very, very, very bargain rate.
What's the membership cost?
It's like, well, I got like the business executive or something. It was like $120 for the year.
Gotcha. $10 a month.
Mm-hmm. About $10 a month. I think they have like as low as like, I'm going to say 60. I don't really know. Don't quote me, but it's somewhere in that realm. So you can get, everybody talks about Costco chicken. Costco chicken is some of the cheapest chicken you will find.
Really?
But that Costco chicken tastes pretty good. It's better than the other cheap chicken.
Might have to do that just for the chicken.
Yep, and that's how they get you. I'm going to tell you as a alcohol connoisseur, they have very nice alcohols at a cheaper rate.
Where's the closest Costco to us?
We go to the New Berlin, Muskego, like right off the Moreland exit.
There's not one on 27th Street?
If there is, it's way down there.
All right. That's what she said.
Yeah. I actually don't think there is one down there.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, anyways.
But
irrelevant for
the
this
other
discussion.
thing that you
now
can
I'm
get.
just intrigued.
So you can get in one visit a computer, a mop, a sweatshirt, ribs, beer, frozen, anything, bread, soap, protein powder, socks.
So it's a wide variety.
Yeah. Lawn furniture.
So is that more than you can get at Target?
You can get your tires changed. You can get new tires.
So they have services too.
They do have some services. I don't know if they do oil changes, but they do some other services. Now, this is what I'm saying. They're not going to have more variety other than some services. You can get whatever, tires, whatever. But I do think there's a case for, I know that there might be a little you have to put up front, athlete. But when you come in and you use the athletic trainer named Costco, you are going to get high quality products and you're going to get a ton of it and you're going to keep coming back because you're going to fall in love with it. And you know what? You put in a little effort to start, but it didn't cost you that much each time.
It's prehab.
Prehab? Sure.
Just do a little work up front. You're going to pay dividends in the long run.
And in reality, what are athletic trainers but cheap, immense labor?
That's the problem. We want to be expensive labor.
We just got to get more people to come to us and pay us for our services.
In a non-traditional setting.
Traditional setting, and you just start taking tips.
Yeah. Man, that would be awesome. So, all right, so let's talk about Target.
Target.
Also, I feel like a wide variety. Maybe not the services that Costco offers, but they've got
immense variety, especially now that they brought the grocery store stuff back.
Yeah.
Immense.
So, it's on par with the Costco.
Yes, very much so. Each one of them usually has like on-demand food too, whether it's a Starbucks or, your corn dog from Costco.
So you're not going to get the quantity that you're going to get at Costco.
Nope.
You're going to get singles, doubles, small packages.
You're always going to spend $100 no matter what.
At Target?
Every time you're going to spend $100.
No.
I dare you to talk. I dare you to ask 100 people, how much do you spend at Target every time you go as a minimum?
I have a platform for that. It's called social media. At Target?
Yep.
What's your average? What am I typing in here? What's a typical?
What is your average spend, or what do you typically spend at Target per visit?
Okay.
I'd be shocked if people don't say $100. I know so many people that are like, "Oh, yep, $100. I went to Target. No matter what, $100." Sometimes you think you're going to spend $200 and you spend $100.
I can legit go and just spend $5.
I know you can, but you're Chad.
I just run and get what I need. I need some meds. I get meds.
You do not exist in the normal world.
Well, I'm just the same as anybody else.
No, you're not.
So that's on our social media now. That's going to blow up.
Now, this is what I'm going to say, though.
Costco?
This is what's interesting about Costco versus Target, to me.
Is Costco more wasteful? Do you ever get something in bulk and you realize I didn't need to get it in bulk?
Oh, of course. I do the same thing at Target.
Target makes me...
I just maybe do a little less at Target.
So,
this is
the AT is the server that's on it. I need something, I got to go.
You know what's different? Okay, so because you've never been to Costco.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
I mean, I've been to a Sam's Club. I'm sure it's somewhat
similar. Very similar.
Yeah,
very, very similar.
I've been to a place.
Every time you go into a Costco, number one, things that were in aisle 1 are no longer in aisle 1.
Okay.
They're now in aisle 14. Things that were so they move things around.
So you're talking that's a bonus point for Target. You can walk into a Target with your eyes closed and know what you're getting.
Number 2, they always have their Kirkland generic brand stuff, right? But there's other things. Here's the perfect example is you love your little Starbucks Pike Place Keurig K-Cup coffee cups, right?
Sure.
You go buy 128 of them because you're at Costco. Now, 3 months later, or however long it takes you to drink all those K-Cups, you go back to Costco. Not there. Completely not there. So now you're forced to either buy the breakfast blend of the Kirkland, or you're going to buy the dark blend.
Why do they
Starbucks.
run out of stuff?
They don't. They constantly change things.
So they're rotating.
They rotate.
Can't do that. Can't do that as an athletic trainer.
What do you mean?
Can't do that as an AT.
I can't spice it up a little bit. I can't make you do different exercises today. I can't make you warm up.
You can in rehab, but you cannot change the services that you offer in general. Could you imagine be like, hey, sorry, I'm not doing evals today. Rehab treatments only. Come back next week. You want an eval?
Like it. But what if you always changed where your athletic training room was? It's no longer in aisle 1. It's in aisle 14.
Could you imagine? It'd be like an escape room. If you're
there you go.
All your high school athletic trainers, you're like, come and find me.
It's in Mrs.
If
Smith's
you can
room
find
now
me.
in 210. Yep.
I'll give you what you need if you can find the ATR.
Heck yeah. Now, Target, to me, predictable, right?
Predictable, reliable.
You know what you're going to get. And you know you're going to get good quality generic brand for cheaper as well.
You're totally making the case for me.
I mean, I think you're...
I was on the fence until 5 minutes ago, and the last 5 minutes has been all Target.
That's how long we've been talking about Target, I feel like.
Yeah. The fact that you just said that they'll switch out all their stuff?
Not all of it.
But
every once in a while you go there and you're like, they don't have the... We wanted a paper shredder today, and there was no paper shredder.
So let me ask this: if you're an athlete and you walk in, you want the cheapest.
Cupping.
You want the cheapest version
cupping.
of it. I want the cheap chicken, even though it's probably good. Or I want the bulk.
No. Well, I guess
the quality is. You still want the good quality.
Is the athletic trainer the chicken? Actually,
Yeah.
Not the store.
What came first? The
I was
ATR
gonna say because what you want is the athletic trainer, which is the chicken, because the athletic trainer is cheap and the best.
Yeah. So you're going Costco?
I'm still gonna go Costco because every time I go there, I get some great stuff.
All right. Let's put it on social media.
I like a little variety.
Spice of life, baby.
And Target, this is the one thing, this is my big draw of Target. And now some people might say the same thing about Costco, but I think because they changed things up a little bit, I feel like when you walk into your, say you're walking into your sister-in-law's house, your brother's house, and you go in their bathroom, and you look at the vanity, and you see the toothbrush holder or the soap dish, and then you look over at the towels, and then you look at the rug, and you're like, yep, all this stuff was bought at Target.
Sure.
I feel like we live in a society where let's just we'll call it like athletic trainers, that income level is pretty much like kind of Target level, right? I mean,
baseline.
We all buy the exact same crap when we go to Target. It's nice stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why
it's
we
reasonable.
buy it, right? But we all start going, oh man, like I have those towels too, and I have that, and I have that. And like, oh, that's the same ottoman that I had. Oh man, like everybody's got the same crap because we all go to Target. And so there's a little part of me that says, I don't want the athletic trainer that can give me everything that everybody else can give. I want the one that can give me something different.
That's a great argument.
So I'm going Costco.
You want...
Because you know what? You want to know why? Because that's exactly why I have my clinic.
Outside the box.
That's why I'm building this space around us.
I was watching... Julie had the Modern Family on last night. There was a really funny scene about... He's like, well, everybody's thinking outside the box. You know what I'm doing? I'm staying inside the box. Because if everybody else is thinking outside the box, who's the original one? The guy inside the box. And it made, on a certain level, I was like, yeah, I totally get it.
I heard this great story. Okay, tangents. I heard this great story. My nieces, through marriage, but my nieces, one's 11, one's 7. The 11-year-old is like everything has to be a fact, right? And like everything's like, and she's so freaking smart. Every once in a while she'll say something, you're like, I can't even argue with that because like you're right.
Sound logic.
But, yeah, I can't just tell you, no, go to bed because you just made a damn argument that is too logical. But her little sister is like very like imaginative.
Sure.
And like she can have fun just creating a scene in the living room and acting it out, whatever it is. And they were getting in this like little argument over the weekend. And the older one starts yelling at the younger one and says, her name's Anastasia, the younger one. Anastasia, like, you need to bring it in. You need to like be in the box every once in a while. Like you can't always think outside of the box. And a 7-year-old goes, I'm so outside of the box that you'll never even see the box.
That's awesome.
Could you imagine a 7-year-old saying that to you?
How you can't argue.
You can't.
Like, hey, I know where I'm at. You get to know where you're at. So
beautiful.
All
What's
right.
next?
We got our FMK, F1 Marry One Kill One. If you're a new listener, so we're gonna play a fun game. Kevin came up with this one. We were gonna do it last week, and we said, let's do 2 days. But so, what are we effing and marrying and killing today?
Survivor.
Oh.
Have you ever watched Survivor? Have you? One show?
Yeah, I watched
20 years ago.
Yeah, when it first came out, it was the thing.
It was the thing.
So I watched it when it was the thing, and maybe the second season, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's changed a little. Like they've added aspects to it, but the premise of the game is the exact same. But now,
I think Emily Miller just fell asleep at the keyboard.
32. Or Emily.
Somebody check on her. Did she just have a stroke?
Maybe your cat accidentally.
I'm concerned for Emily Miller.
Yeah, wake up, Emily. My wife loves Survivor, and so every once in a while we watch it. I don't.
It was a cat.
Yes. I knew it. But they have these items and these tasks, these challenges in the show, right? And so, number 1, you can find an idol.
Okay, what does the idol do?
IDOL, right? The idol, basically, you can hold it in your back pocket if you want.
Yep.
Or you can play it so that nobody can vote you off.
Okay.
All right? You can also give it to somebody else so nobody can vote for them. But I'm going to liken it to, you have this idol in your pocket that at any moment, on any day, your coach is going to come into the office and is going to say, we're going to have practice at, and you're going to say, nope, no practice.
So it's a get out of practice.
It's a get out of free jail card. It's a everybody go home. I need nothing.
There's only one of these?
You can only use it once.
All right.
You can only use it once.
Okay.
There's multiple of them. But you can only use your idol once.
Okay.
You could find 4 of them, but
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Or you can have immunity.
Immunity from what?
From getting voted out. But the only way you can get immunity, and this is what I need you to FM or K, you have to do a challenge. But if you win that challenge, you have a guaranteed contract next year.
Oh.
So you get to stay. And it's there, and we'll sweeten the pot.
Is it an athletic training related challenge?
Sure.
Is it ankle tape job?
Sure.
Is it a spine board carry? What is it? Does it matter? It's just a skills test?
Is, you know what it is? It's standing in a dugout with no bathroom for 18 innings.
I'm out. Zero chance.
But
I'm fired.
You get a guaranteed.
I just got fired.
You get a guaranteed job contract for next year. So your immunity is that you can't get fired at the end of the season.
I'm taking a leak in the first inning.
Okay.
So I don't have to do that again. If I don't complete the test, can I walk off and quit right in the middle?
Of course you can. But you might lose your job.
No, that's the whole point. Go ahead.
Let's pretend you want to keep your job.
Okay, that's a big if.
Let's live in a world you want to keep your job. The third one, they have these like secrets all throughout the jungle or we're on the beach or wherever they're staying that people can find, and they'll give them some sort of power. And one of those powers will be you can ask somebody a question at the council or whatever, and they have to tell you the truth. So you could ask them if they have an idol. You can ask them if they've made an alliance. If they've had an alliance, it's a truth serum. Okay. So you have in your back pocket at any moment, you can ask your athlete what really happened, and they have to tell you the truth.
And I only get one of those?
You only get one of those.
You get one of each of these.
You get one of each. Just to recap.
Okay.
You got your get out of jail, get out of whatever you want, get out of the day, no injuries, no practice. Everything's fine for one day.
I'm effing that.
Okay.
I'm so effing that. It's like when it's a brand new relationship. It's when you start dating someone before the first time you have romantic relations with that person. You just want to know what it's like so bad, and the build up to it is going to be so good.
Okay.
It's the anticipation
of just dropping that card of no practice today.
The anticipation of doing it is better than actually doing it.
Really? Okay. All right.
A lot of times, my experience. And then you have your off day and you're like, shit, I just went home and did a bunch of chores.
Oh.
I just cleaned my windows. So I think that has to be the F.
Clean my windows. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I have to marry the truth serum.
All right.
The last one. You have to.
Okay.
Because you're going to use it for the right purpose. All right. You're going to hopefully get something good out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mutually for yourself and for your athlete.
Mm-hmm.
It's beneficial. And it's benevolent.
Okay.
Lastly, I have to kill
Killing.
the immunity.
Immunity challenge.
I'm going to take my chances that I'm good enough at my job to sustain another year without having to win a challenge.
All right.
I trust myself.
Interesting.
That I will maintain that position. Like, I think I'm good enough at my job where I can not get voted off. I don't have to have immunity because I think people will believe in me because of the work that I do. So I'll kill the chance. I mean, I'll take the chance that I get voted off, but
do you think
I don't need the immunity.
Do you think anybody ever gets voted off that didn't deserve to get voted off?
Never. The people that play, yeah, at some point. But I think I have enough trust in myself that I'm going to let my actions speak for themselves in terms of the vote.
Man, you get voted off Survivor so quick.
Nope, not in week 1.
You'd get voted off. Not week 1. No. It would be like week 10.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Not week 10. I'm sorry. They're only there for 26 days.
Yeah, at some point people are going to gang up on you. That's part of the game.
Oh, they definitely will.
But at the meantime, I'm going to build my alliances the old-fashioned way. I'm going to earn them.
You do know you get nothing for taking second place.
That's fine. What are you going to do?
I'm going to marry immunity. Totally marrying the challenge. Give me a challenge at any point that I will win and will guarantee you that I can definitely say I have a job.
But here's the thing.
100% of the time.
If you need an external motivating factor, it should just be an intrinsic motivation to be able to do it.
Zero external factor. No.
Oh, that's 100%.
You think you're in control of whether or not you have a job. You are not in control at all. I am. I am 100% in control if I have a job.
No.
I own my clinic and I own my book of practice. And the only
no,
people
I'm saying in terms of playing that game. I'm saying in terms of playing that game.
That's what I'm saying. I would 100% of the time put the faith that when I win, I will have a job.
You can't guarantee a victory.
No, you can't.
That's what I'm saying.
But I will win.
That's why I'm...
But you cannot guarantee your job based on that you are doing a good job.
Well, then I don't want the job.
Oh, then you don't want to be an athletic trainer.
We'll get there.
So, I'm going to marry the immunity. I am going to... I'm going to F the idol as well. And for a lot of the reasons that you said, I think that there is very much like...
You heard it here first. People, Kevin hates the truth. He's killing it.
having the idea of like that that just little special back pocket. Nope, sorry, can't do it. Like, you are not ruining my day or whatever it is. I need my day is the feeling of having it is even just as good as employing it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then I'm definitely killing knowing somebody's secret. At the end of the day, I don't really care. I don't really like what.
Interesting.
Sometimes it's like I don't care if you tore or you strained your Achilles by, doing jump practice, or if it was because you jumped off your balcony because you were too drunk on a Saturday night. I don't really care I don't care. I'm just gonna treat it.
Sure.
And I'm just gonna
see that.
Like, whatever it is. I don't need to know the truth. As long as what I see in front of me, I feel comfortable handling. Now, if I don't feel comfortable handling that, and I need to know the truth in that situation, I'm shit out of luck.
Why won't you tell me the truth, athlete?
Because you can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Very good. Well, that was fun. I mean,
see.
How would you do on Survivor? Would you do well?
I would not do well.
Why?
Because I would want to be the guy that won every immunity challenge so that I couldn't get kicked off. And I would get to the last 3, and then I'd probably get kicked off.
Because the one time you don't win the immunity, everyone's going to hate you.
Yes.
And I'm going the other way.
I asked my wife. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to try and like.
You're so nice and you're so like, you like interact with other humans so well that like.
They'll see through that.
Eventually they'd be like,
he's a
we
got
to get rid of him. He's a threat.
Yeah, I agree.
He knows too many people's secrets.
I don't want to know anybody's
Dude, it's
secrets.
crazy. I used to hate the show. I really did. And then I watched the last season and I actually kind of got into it. Don't tell my wife.
Okay. All right, let's do our featured topic.
What do you want to talk about for a featured topic?
No, you tell me.
All right.
You had a couple good ideas, so you're gonna.
Yeah, I don't have like a feature. I don't have a like normally we kind of have like a tagline for the topic, but in this topic, we're
gonna close the book then.
Sure, yeah. I was listening to a fellow, athletic training podcast, and it got some wheels turning of number one, there's a lot of talk about mental health. And I think it's a very touchy subject because not any of us are really, I guess, equipped to handle all mental health situations. And so therefore, I think there's a lot of answers that just get thrown out there that are very generic. And I think it's very dangerous. I think one of the dangers in athletic training is, it's a knee eval. Like, whatever, that's easy. Like, so come in, I'll tell you what's wrong with your knee. I'm going to tell you right now. I've been a certified athletic trainer for 14 years, 13 years. Knees have only gotten more complicated, in my opinion. Because it's not just, everybody is going to think, well, is the Lockman's positive? Is the valgus positive? Is the varus positive? Is the McMurray's positive? And then you just kind of go off of those, and it's like, well, there's your answer. Well, what if all of them are negative and they still have pain? And I'm going to tell you, most of the people I see, all of those are negative and they still have pain. So why do they have pain? And there's always something else that's going on. And my concern about the mental health topic in athletic training right now is all of a sudden it's going to be like, and I said this to you earlier, give me the 7 tests that I need to know as an athletic trainer for mental health so that I can either refer or not refer, and then I'm good. Just tell me you have ADHD, or tell me that you're depressed, or tell me that you have an eating disorder, and then then we're good. There's a diagnosis, and then we're fine. And we just go from there. If we start allowing ourselves to think that we're athletic trainers, and ankles are just so easy. All we do is we tape it and we do a 4-way ankle, and then we do some balance exercises on a BOSU. We're not creating a good ankle. And if we go anywhere in that realm with mental health, I'm scared. And I think we're talking about mental health, but I still think that we're trying to talk about it and we're trying to come back to the box. We're trying to put it in a box. We're trying to create this world of there's mental health and it's right here and we need to talk about it and there needs to be diagnoses. And what if it's just you fucking had a bad day?
Could be.
What if it's you used to be the best player on the team and now you're not the best player on the team? That is mental health, but where is the diagnosis for that?
So,
and why is athletic training trying to conquer this?
So I think what I'm thinking, what I hear is we think it's important. It's very, 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 very important. It's just as important, if not more, than, you have orthopedic, you have psychosocial, all this stuff. I think what the issue is from my perspective, we try to fit everything into, like you said, the box. Or we're trying to narrow everything down to a factor of 1.
Mm-hmm.
Very rarely, if ever, is it a factor of 1. It's not just one thing happened. It's going to be multiple things always happening. Whether it's multiple orthopedic injuries, whether it's an orthopedic injury combined with a psychosocial issue, if it's multiple mental health issues, we are so ingrained in education to try and to wade through everything till we get the one answer. And that's not the way it works. Nope. I think that's what I'm hearing.
Oh,
and we're trying to make mental health, from your perspective, what you're most concerned about is that we're trying to make mental health a what's the word? A flow chart. Ask these 4 questions to get to what this one thing says I need to do.
I am deeply, deeply concerned that because of that flow chart, all of a sudden now you're in this category of like you have ADHD. So therefore there are some truths about you at having ADHD. And that is not the truth. Like, because every one of those spectrums of that mental health has an infinite spectrum.
Yeah.
And that is, it's really scary to me because now it's a very weird world we're living in right now that we need to talk about things in order to create awareness of them. But then as we gain awareness of them, we start putting people into boxes.
So let me give you another example of how I could not agree with you more. In my new position, I'm in a physician extender role. We use a software system that people can online schedule or walk in. And it says right on there, right ankle, no injury, or right ankle fell downstairs, whatever it might be. And here's how it works. I walk in the morning and I go talk to the provider and they walk me through the schedule and they say, oh, we're going to get x-rays on this 69-year-old, this 42-year-old. The 19-year-old doesn't need x-rays because they've predetermined what every single scenario most likely is. And I understand you're trying to play an odds game that most likely a 75-year-old has a higher percentage of arthritis than maybe a 19-year-old who hurt themselves in a sporting event. But before they even walk in the door and meet the person, they've already guessed at what's going on. And I think that's what we're running into, a dangerous, like, I need to save time, so I'm going to predetermine what I think is going on, and then we walk in with blinders on. And I think that's a little bit of what you're getting at.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit of it is we're taught to evaluate things in a certain way so that we can whittle it down to 1 or 2 things, and we just have to remind ourselves.
Know when to refer, right?
Yeah, we just have to make sure we don't have blinders on when we're talking about just because something's new and a hotbed topic and maybe we just learned about it. Let's not have blinders up.
And Dylan and Kevin have both brought up, apparently there's a mental health first aid training. I'll take a look. Let me know where it is. I'll take a look, and maybe it's answering a lot of the questions that I have. I don't think it'll ease my concerns because clearly if it's right there, like, again, I know some very, very bright individuals that their entire career is based around mental health and particularly mental health of athletes. And the brightest of them, the one that I know, really, really work hard at not having a playbook.
Yeah.
And I don't think we can take that lightly. I don't think there's in the athletic training world, some people might be better than others, but at the same time, I don't want to keep like softening the important. It sounds so weird. Like the importance of treating the individual as an individual.
I was just going to say
not
that.
Like it's such a weird world that we have to allow for there to be conversation, but yet when we have these conversations as an athletic training group, we try to get down to that. What if we keep whittling away the thing, and it can't be this and it can't be that, and it's over here, and so it goes over here, and now we have these, maybe there's 2 different diagnoses that we can do. But it's not. It's that whole tree of everything that happened.
What you made me just think about, or I was thinking about it as you were talking about it, is my favorite scene, one of my favorite scenes from one of my favorite movies. So favorite that I can't even think about what the friggin' name of the movie is. Robin Williams, Patch Adams. Thank you. It took me a second.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, when he's standing in the courtroom, and he's just like, if you treat a disease, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But if you treat the person, I guarantee you win every single time.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess I don't have a lot to offer in terms of like I just said before, like, let's not lose sight of the fact that it doesn't have to be one thing. And part of it is you have to be able to take some action. So whether it's you're referring or you're treating or whatever you're doing, you have to pull the trigger on something. I think what you were saying is let's not lose sight of the fact, or let's just be concerned that we're not losing the big picture.
One of the smartest things anybody's ever told me in the world of dealing with humans is that when somebody asks you a question, the only answer is, it depends.
100% of the time.
100% of the time. And by all means, I know that there are very smart people working on some things, and there always will be. And I know that that's one of the ways that we push the profession forward.
A long time ago, the smartest person said, put ice on injuries.
Yeah. Now, I just, like, where my head goes with any time I start hearing the mental health, I just get concerned, and that's it. And it's because I've heard it be compared way too many times as it's not a knee, it's not a shoulder, it's not your neck. But why do we think all of those things are so easy? They're not. They are very, very not, because they are attached to a human. And if your neck hurts, it doesn't not mean that it's not coming from your right foot. Your right foot could cause neck pain. Wrap your head around that and now do mental health. Take every textbook and every professor that has ever taught you every absolute of, because you have pain in your neck because you have a herniated disc in your neck. I know people that are walking around with herniated discs that have no pain. Explain that. It's because your brain and your body are way smarter than we will ever be, because they're always going to be smarter than us, because we have to develop from that, right? So don't think that don't compare mental health to your knee because the knee's easy. The knee is not easy. It's not easy at all. It's all complicated, and that's why we do it. And it's fun. And that's why it challenges us, and that's why we want to figure out why doing a certain exercise helped somebody's back pain, or why that back pain made them no longer depressed, right? And so it's not just these steps to refer. It is treating the human. Yeah, I like it, actually. Patch Adams, 100% for the win.
All the time.
I'm done. I got to stop ranting.
Yeah. And I don't really have any more to contribute. I think it's a very interesting conversation. I think the primary thing is not to say that we're not bashing it in terms of more or less significance. It's equal significance. Just to be careful and don't lose sight of the fact that there's a person there.
Absolutely.
So, Candid Athletic Training.
Thank you, Healthy Roster.
Thank you, Healthy Roster. What was this? Episode
183.
So next week is going to be a very fun, interesting episode.
Why?
Because we're not running it.
What? Who is?
We'll be here. But our friend Dylan, it's his show. It's his world.
The D-man.
We just live in it. I cannot wait. I'm going to text him tomorrow and be like, what are we talking about next week?
Got that show
You know what?
planned?
That's the
Let's
best.
go.
You know what the best thing is going to be is to not have to plan a show.
It's going to be really interesting.
Just show up and go where the wind blows.
It'd be so strange on a Monday to be like, what are we going to do today? What are we going to do today?
All we do is turn on the camera. So
we kind of do that sometimes too.
yeah. So make sure you check out our website. Get yourself a Candid Athletic Training membership. Again, we've got CEUs coming. We don't have a number on it. It's going to be at least 6. It's probably going to be more. I'm hoping double digits. When it's all said and done,
At least.
you're going to get multiple digits in terms of CEUs. You're going to get discounts on some fun things. Kevin and I have been discussing what we want to do with this.
Things are going to change.
Yep. So make sure you check us out. Share with your friends. Share with other athletic trainers. Be like, hey, have you heard what they're doing over here in Candid World? We're just trying to help all ATs. So
love it.
Multiple digits. 69 CEUs.
69
that would be
CEUs
awesome.
works.
Not yet.
19
So,
over what you need. Could you imagine that? That's all I got, man.
Yeah, thanks to Healthy Roster. We'll see y'all next week.
Dylan Show.
Goodbye.
Bye.